Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and The Batman with Robert Pattinson and the Cowl gave us our first official look at the character in test footage, and now some set photos and video have revealed Brucey in action, or I should say a stunt double, that weirdly looks a lot like Ben Affleck. I miss this life. Put me back in. Whoa, shit! There are actually a number of interesting visual clues in this costume design, and we actually already started breaking down a lot of clues in the new Batsuit. In the recent episode of The Big Question, you really gotta check that out. But here, I'm gonna break down the new things we found, and what this footage could tell us about this movie's story. Because honestly, it's probably a little soon to rush to judgment over whether the cowl and ears match what was in your head, and I'm gonna explain why you can spare your talk.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah, that includes you, Bale. Spoiler warning in case any of this is revealing too much about the movie for you, even though I do not have any inside information about this movie's plot. This is really just speculation using the same covered eyes and stabby ears that we all have. Okay, the imagery shows Batman on what looks like a new bat cycle, with spiky bat ears on the handlebars that will definitely poke out someone's eye, as he rides through a cemetery with a female companion, some of whom are saying could be Selina Kyle, Catwoman. This angle of Batman shows us the ears of Batman's cowl, which look sharp as hell, like a bit thorny, as if his head was covered in tar and just like pinched and stretched up into 2 points. If you think the silhouette looks stupid, don't worry, just kind of rotate it to the side, and hey, it looks a lot more classic. As we speculated from the test footage, the eyepieces are indeed covered, making me think at least this cowl could be a kind of biker helmet, and those eyepieces could be goggles. His shoulders and arms are covered in heavy padding.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
But most interesting to me are his gauntlets. They are lined with these metallic pointed quills, maybe some kind of projectiles that fire off, or maybe just pens for Batman to try to replicate the Joker's magic trick. Now, some have pointed out that these gauntlets resemble the ones worn by Talon. Talon is a DC character, a kind of villain turned Batman ally, former assassin for Gotham's Court of Owls, a shadowy cult that secretly controls the city, similar to how the League of Shadows was depicted in Chris Nolan's Batman Begins. But going further down the suit, you can see a holster and some pouches, maybe for Batman's grappling gun, and his chest emblem looks even more detachable and weapony here, with handles not unlike the broken pieces of a gun, like the gun that killed his parents. But even more clearly here, you can see the edges of the wings look sharpened as if edges of knives. And again, check out that episode of Big Question to see us reverse engineering this Mythbuster style to determine whether it's more likely a Batarang or two knives back to back. We use science, we figured it out. And you'll notice on the stunt actor's face are a few dots. Those are likely for the VFX team to digitally cover the stand-in's face with Robert Pattinson's beautiful face. Remember, as we saw in the video, it is raining, the roads are slippery, you do not want Pretty Boy Edward eating it day one of production. Now, Batman on his bat cycle like this may remind you of the Batman Zero Year comics, but there is enough context here to actually start to piece together some of the story of this movie. Okay, this imagery is coming from the Batman's production in Glasgow, Scotland. Atop a hill in the city to the east of Glasgow Cathedral is the Victorian-era necropolis cemetery. That's what this is. Now, Batman could be in a cemetery for any number of reasons. He's kind of a gloomy Gus. But visiting the graves of, I don't know, Thomas and Martha Wayne would probably be a bit ill-advised while you're also taking the trouble to disguise yourself as a Batman. Oh, why is Batman visiting the graves of the Waynes? Oh, wait. Martha! That said, this movie's working title is Vengeance. And as we explored in the last episode of Rogue Theory, it would be very interesting to see a Batman motivated by revenge for the murder of Dick Grayson or Jason Todd. Now, I know what you're gonna say, this will be a younger Bruce Wayne, and classically Batman doesn't team up with a Robin figure until he's a bit older, but maybe director Matt Reeves is exploring a version of Batman in which he begins his vigilante journey as part of a partnership, but then loses that partner in the first year. But the reason people are pushing this is there have been some casting rumors seeking circus skills, with some chatter that Timothée Chalamet could be a good fit in some kind of Flying Grayson backstory. There have also been some photos taken around the Glasgow area showing signs for a Gotham Renewal Corporation investing in our future Gotham orphanage. You know how people put up signs for orphanages all over the place? Hey, look over here, feel good about your city's future by thinking about a bunch of kids whose parents died. Don't cry too hard on your way to work. Folks, in Batman math, an orphanage in the movie equals a Robin figure in the movie. But while we're considering rumor and speculation, another report I think is very important to keep in mind is that we could be seeing 2 bat suits in this film. So if you are not a fan of the suit in these set photos and videos, we could just be looking at an early prototype that gets replaced or destroyed early on in the film, as is often the case in movies of this genre. It's also possible that we're looking at a beefed up version of the suit with padding specifically just for the stunt performer, and then when Pattinson suits up in for close-ups will be trimmed down for a better silhouette. Ultimately, what interests me most about these images is the fact that Batman is joined by this other character. She's got a helmet on, and it's likely another stunt actor, but one well-known dark-clad Gotham woman who drives a motorcycle is Selina Kyle. Well, I guess Huntress too, but you know, I don't see a crossbow and she already got a movie. Batman's relationship with Catwoman has often been somewhat altruistic, but if we assume that this is early in the film, with like that suit being replaced sometime later, maybe there will be an early partnership between Batman and Selina Kyle that doesn't last forever. Our buddy Jeff pitched a pretty great theory about Batman and Catwoman's dark love affair in this film that I just really enjoyed. Be sure to check that out. Now, when these photos and videos dropped, we were all over them in New Rockstar's official Discord server. Alternate theories for Batman's new gauntlets, how much he weighs just by eyeballing it. Our Discord is really the place where the unfiltered conversation is going on between our staff and our inner circle of supporters. You can join our Discord today by becoming a patron of New Rockstars at patreon.com/newrockstars. Comment down below with your thoughts on this new Batman suit. Follow me at EA Voss, follow New Rockstars on social media, and subscribe to New Rockstars for breakdowns of everything you love. Thank you for watching, and hey, Gotham's future's looking brighter because someone keeps burning all them orphanages. The parents are dead, and now they're homeless too. But them fires are bright, so you need goggles on your stabby Batman mask.